lovelies, it's Miss Lady Lace here, and today I have for you my next fabulous video where I'm sharing my highlights from the year that was 2019. I think it's so very important to look at the year we've had and really concentrate on all the positive and amazing things we've had in our lives. For 2019, I had a pretty amazing year. I had some really extreme highs and also a few lows, but overall I'm so happy with the year that I had. I thought I would break down each month and share a couple of my accomplishments and some fun things that went on in my life. Now, I'm sure I'm forgetting a few things, so if I do miss an event that you think is worth highlighting or we shared an amazing experience together, I would love for you to let me know in the comments below. In January 2019 started with a bang. For the last few years, my husband and I have been doing a 100 days of vintage challenge, and this started again last year, which was our second year of doing this. We currently have just started that again with our third annual challenge for 100 days of vintage. Exactly as the name says, for 100 days we share fabulous outfit photos with all of you for a little bit of inspiration. Within the first few days of January, I also received some rather fabulous news that I had been selected as a top 6 judges' choice for the Viva Las Vegas Rockabilly contest. This had been something I had been dreaming about since before I was 18. I'd applied 4 years in a row before being accepted, and this was such a big goal of mine for my pinup career, and it was such a dream come true to find out that I'd been accepted. In January, I also launched my classes again for that year. I took part in Fringe Festival, being involved in shows such as Once Upon a Teaser, Red Light Confidential, and Burlesque Idol. I also hosted another fabulous pinup parade under Miss Lady Lace's pinup parade that takes place at the Vintage Collective Markets. This is a pinup pageant I host every month or so, which is just a fun, light-hearted event that takes place for all pinups in Perth of Western Australia. Heading into February, I hosted another pinup parade with Retro Rewind, which was so much fun. I also launched Pinup Society magazine, which is a magazine I co-created with Miss Veronica Lilly, Miss Mon Mon, and Miss Lillian Rose. There was of course more Fringe Festival fun, as well as other shows and events. March 2019 was a very busy month. It was a month before heading to America, so there was a lot of planning and getting things ready for our big trip. I also hosted a fundraiser burlesque show to help me get to America. I'm so grateful to everyone who came or volunteered to help me get to the US. In April, we spent the entire month in America, which was the most amazing experience of my life. We visited Los Angeles, Disneyland in Anaheim, San Luis Obispo, which is Central California, to visit the Madonna Inn. We went to Las Vegas for, of course, the Viva Las Vegas Rockabilly event, and also New Orleans. This trip, I could spend a whole video talking about how amazing this experience was for me. Definitely one of the highlights were all the amazing people that I got to meet in America, including some of my friends here on YouTube. It was such a surreal experience to be in such a country so far from my own and have people come up and talk about my YouTube channel and tutorials, so thank you so much, and I loved getting photos with all of you. I also met so many people who inspired me too. One of the highlights was definitely meeting Tempest Storm, who's a very iconic burlesque dancer from the 50s. I placed second runner-up in the Miss Viva Las Vegas pinup contest, which was just such an amazing moment. It was so incredible to be on stage with so many beautiful women, and to have placed is such an honor. I got to shoot with Mitzi & Co, and many of those photos were featured in magazines all throughout last year and this year, which was pretty fabulous. And I also had the amazing opportunity of performing all around America, which was just such a dream come true. In May, we headed back to Perth, and I actually got terribly ill on the way home, which has actually caused some quite major health issues for me that are still going on, but it didn't stop me from dreaming big and making things happen. In May, I was a judge for the Apprentice Burlesque contest. I also hosted my own burlesque show, on top of many other fabulous projects. In June, I was a finalist for the Miss Burlesque Western Australia contest. I didn't take out the crown, but I felt I represented myself very well, and I was so very proud with what I brought to the stage, especially as I pretty much put that together in a month. In July, I was busy with many projects, and one of these was producing the Boudoir Burlesque show. August was another busy month with another edition of my pinup parade. I was also busy prepping for my next big production in September. In September, I celebrated celebrated my 27th birthday and I got to see so many of my amazing friends. And then I produced the Pinup Prom, which is my huge vintage annual ball which I have so much fun putting together for all the people of Perth. In October, I celebrated my 3-year wedding anniversary with my beautiful husband, and we've also been together now for over 9 years. I was so proud of my Glamour Girl Burlesque School students who took part in the Perth International Burlesque Festival for their student teaser night. I myself then performed in the gala night, which was a huge honour. We had lots of fun pinup events too, as well as other social fun. In November, I had so much fun attending the latest Dita Von Teese show with her Glamour-Natrix tour. I do have a video up for this if you do want a little sneak peek into this event. And I also made the cover for Rocket magazine. In December, I hosted the Perth Pinup Community Christmas Party, and I also announced that I would be a finalist for the Pinup Doll Australia contest. A few things that happened quite regularly for me throughout the entire year included so many amazing meetups with the Perth Pinup community. This is the group I founded in 2013. We're a social group for Perth Pinups and we host super regular meetups as well as taking part in charity events. I of course took part in quite a few fabulous photo shoots, hosted a whole heap of burlesque classes and pinup workshops, volunteered with some amazing organisations, wore so many fabulous vintage outfits, as well as so much more. While so many incredible things happened for me in 2019, it wasn't all sunny days and I did have many challenges, both with my physical health and my mental health. Coming back from America, it was the happiest I'd ever been, and I came back and I started to have physical problems with my body. As some of you may know, I do have back and hip issues. And in that time span, I also experienced 2 car crashes within 2 months, none of which were caused by me though. I was stationary in both of these accidents, but it all just kind of snowballed together and my mental health really went downhill, and it was a really difficult time for me. I was lucky to have so many amazing people in my life supporting me, and I also experienced counselling for the first time, which I found so very beneficial, and I would highly recommend if you are having time struggling with your own mental health, financial stress or anything like that. A counsellor can help you so much. Even with all this bad stuff though, it can be so easy to make that feel like the heaviest thing in your life. Really focus on all the beautiful things that are there, and I'm so grateful with all the experiences I had in 2019 which have shaped me as a person. For 2020, I have so many exciting things planned. On my social media over the next few months especially, I have so many events and things to be sharing, and I truly appreciate your support during this time. It won't be all just my glamorous content. It'll be sharing some of the charity fundraisers I'm doing for Pinup Doll Australia, some of the productions I'm working on in my own business work, and I'd love for you to be along for the ride. You'll see all the highs, all the lows, and I'll of course be releasing videos quite regularly here on YouTube. Hopefully I've not made today's video too long. Hopefully you found it a little bit of fun reflecting on the year of 2019. In the comments below, I would love to hear about your year last year. Did you achieve the goals you set out to? Do you have bigger plans for 2020? I'd love for us to all inspire each other and reflect together in the comments below. Oh, and before I go, I will be releasing my next video on Saturday, and I was thinking of something a little bit different. I thought I might try on every dress which is wearable in my wardrobe. If this is a video you'd like to see, do let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to follow my daily pinup adventures, I do post super regularly to Instagram because I am such an addict. I'll include a little link here as well as the end of the video, and if you'd like to never miss out on my vintage fun, be sure to hit that subscribe button below, and I'll be seeing you all real soon.